Hello students of class 10th. We'll start with the last chapter. Why I am saying last chapter of this class 10th? Because according to CBSE, according to the reduction means deletion of the topics by the CBSE, the human eye and colorful world and the sources of energy, these two chapters have been deleted from the syllabus for next year board examination, and that's why I am calling it as the last chapter of your syllabus. First chapter I explained you about the electricity. Second chapter is the magnetic effect of electric current, and the third is the light. Okay, so if you have got any confusion, you can refer to that YouTube video in which I have explained about the deletion of the topics by the board for the next year board examination. Okay, now we'll start the light. What is light? Light means reflection and refraction according to class 10th syllabus. But if we call it as optics, we are calling it optics, means the unit of optics, in which wave optics and ray optics, both you will study in class 12, those who will take science. Okay, and in the ray optics you will study about the interference, refraction, interference, polarization and diffraction. Okay, along with the reflection and refraction. Now we will start with this, with the definition of this light. Light is a form of energy by using which we can see the object. Okay, means we can explain, this is the first explanation, means definition, and this is the second definition. Light is a form of energy which enables us to see. Okay, and there are two types of objects. One is luminous object and other is non-luminous object. So what is the difference between luminous object and non-luminous object? Luminous objects are those objects which emit the light from their own, means which are able to emit the light by itself. Sun is able to emit the light by itself. Candle is able to emit the light by itself. Means those objects which can emit the light by themselves are known as luminous objects, and those objects which do not emit the light, they just only reflect the light, are known as non-luminous objects. So we can say, we can take the example of moon. Moon is the non-luminous object because we are observing the luminance of the moon. It is because the sun rays falls on the moon. That's why we are able to see the moon clearly. Moon does not have its own luminance. उसकी अपनी कोई लाइट नहीं होती है. सन रेज उस पर पड़ती हैं, इसलिए वो हम लोग को दिखाई देता है. ओके, एंड द प्राइम प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ लाइट इज the light travels in a straight line. It is believed that the light travels in a straight line. Now we will discuss about the reflection. First we will discuss reflection and then refraction. Okay, when everything will be finished in reflection, then only we will start refraction. हम लोग के पास बहुत टाइम है, बहुत अच्छे से डिस्कशन करेंगे इस चैप्टर का, बिकॉज रिड्यूस सिलेबस के हिसाब से बहुत अच्छा पोर्शन इस लाइट का पूछा जाएगा आपके बोर्ड एग्जामिनेशन में. ओके, नाउ व्हाट इज रिफ्लेक्शन? रिफ्लेक्शन इज द फिनोमेना of bouncing back of light in the same medium by making the same angle with the normal. Means suppose this is the plain polished surface and a light ray is incident in such a way that it makes some angle with the normal. And what is the normal? Normal is the imaginary line which is drawn perpendicular to this plain polished surface. Okay, So this is normal means this is 90 degree. This is imaginary line. So when the incident ray falls on this plane polished surface, then O is the point where it falls, and if we draw the imaginary line which is perpendicular to this plane polished surface, then according to the theory given by various scientists, this incident ray after striking at this striking point, this incident point, this ray bounce back in the same medium by making the same angle. Means the angle made by the incident ray with the normal is known as angle of incidence. This is angle of incidence indicated by a small I. And after bouncing back of light means the ray, the name of that ray has been changed after bouncing back. Previously it was called as incident ray, and after reflection means after bouncing back of light it is being called as reflected ray, and the angle made by the reflected ray with the normal is known as angle of reflection. Okay, so there are two laws. First law of reflection is angle of incidence, angle I is equal to angle R. Okay, and second law is the incident ray, reflected ray and normal lie on the same plane. Means the plane should be same, then only you will get the image clearly. Okay, otherwise if the plane is not same, then the image will be blurred. Blurred means it will not be clearly visible. Now we will start with the types of mirrors. Means if we talk about the reflection, then we have to discuss about the mirrors, because mirrors are only the mediums through which the reflection occurs practically. Okay, means I am talking about the labs or plain mirror we are using at our home also, but curved mirror are used to demonstrate various types of experiment based on optics. So there are two types of mirrors. First is plane mirror, second is curved mirror. Curved mirror are of two types, concave mirror and convex mirror. And if we draw the concave mirror, this is concave mirror. Concave mirror is that type of curved mirror in which the polishing is done on the outer surface of the sphere from which this mirror is assumed to cut. Means if we assume this as a complete sphere, suppose this is complete sphere and the radius of this curved surface is suppose capital R, and this is the center of that curved surface. So if we polish the outer surface of this curved surface, then the inner surface will be a reflecting surface. And on contrary, means opposite to this, if we polish the inner surface, then the outer surface will be called as the reflecting surface. For this is reflecting surface, and the polishing has been done on the inner surface of that part of the sphere. I am calling it as part of a sphere because this is the definition of the convex and concave mirror respectively, and this is the radius of curvature of that mirror, and this is the center of curvature which is represented by capital C. Okay, and the mirror, the curved mirror in which the outer curved surface acts as a reflecting surface is known as convex mirror, and the mirror in which the inner surface, this is the inner surface, the mirror in which the inner surface acts as a reflector and the polishing has been done on the outer surface. This type of mirror is known as concave mirror. So this is the basic difference between the convex mirror and concave mirror. Okay. Now we will discuss about the important terms associated with the reflection or refraction. Okay, these are common terms which are associated with the reflection as well as refraction. Suppose the radius of curvature, the focal length, the focus, these are the common terms which are used in the reflection as well as refraction. So the terms used in reflection, because we are talking about reflection only, so I am writing in reflection only. First one is principal axis. Second is pole. Third is center of curvature. Fourth one is radius of curvature. Fifth is focus. Sixth is focal length. Okay. Center of curvature is represented by capital C. Pole is represented by capital P. Radius of curvature is represented by capital R. Focus is represented by capital F. And focal length is represented by. Now we will start with the pole. This is the concave mirror. Okay, and this is the convex mirror. The center of the reflecting surface, मेरे सेंटेंस पे जरा सा ध्यान दीजिएगा. The center of the reflecting curved surface is known as pole. Means for this concave mirror, the pole is the center of this reflecting surface, and for this convex mirror, pole is the center of this reflecting surface. Means reflecting surface is outside for the convex mirror and the reflecting surface is inside for the concave mirror. Okay, and the horizontal line, this is all about the pole. So we can define pole as the center of the reflecting surface of curved mirror. Okay, this is the general definition of pole. Now we will talk about the principal axis. Principal axis. Principal axis is the line, means horizontal line I am talking about, which passes through the pole and focus. अभी फोकस भी बताएंगे, लेकिन प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस वो लाइन होती है जो वो हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन होती है जो कि पोल से और फोकस से पास होती है. ओके, तो इसकी प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस आपकी ये हो गई. हम इसको शॉर्ट में पीए से रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं. इसकी प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस ये हो गई. ओके, ये कॉनकेव की प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस है, ये कॉन्वेक्स की प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस है. आप देखिए, ये आपका फर्स्ट था, सेकेंड प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस. थर्ड वन इज द सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर. सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर इज द सेंटर ऑफ दैट स्फेरिकल सरफेस. सपोज ये इसका सेंटर, अगर हम इस स्फीयर को कंप्लीट करें तो हम अगर इस स्फीयर को कंप्लीट करते हैं तो इस तरह से लगभग इस तरह से आएगा, बिकॉज हम बिना कंपास के हम बना रहे हैं तो हो सकता है थोड़ा सा अनइवन हो जाए। चलिए बन गया। ओके, सो दिस इज द सेंटर ऑफ दैट इमेजिनरी स्फीयर फ्रॉम विच दिस मिरर हैज बीन कट। ओके, सो दिस इज नोन एज center of curvature, which is represented by capital C. So we can define center of curvature is that in such a way that it is the point which acts as a center of the curved mirror. Okay, now focus. What is focus? Focus is the midpoint of center of curvature and pole. अब यहां पे देखिए हमने जो बनाया था, यहां का सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर क्या हो जाएगा, कॉन्वेक्स मिरर का। कॉन्वेक्स मिरर का अगर हमने ये स्फीयर कंप्लीट किया तो इस स्फीयर का एक सेंटर, ये सेंटर है, तो इसको हम सी से रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं। मींस यहां पे जो इसका जो कॉनकेव मिरर का जो सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर होगा वो टूवर्ड्स लेफ्ट हैंड साइड ऑफ द पोल होगा, और कॉन्वेक्स मिरर का जो सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर होगा वो टूवर्ड्स राइट हैंड साइड ऑफ द पोल होगा। ठीक है, अब देखिए, अब हम फोकस की बात कर रहे थे। फोकस इज द मिड पॉइंट ऑफ सी एंड पी, मीन्स सी और पी के बीच का मिड पॉइंट। अब हम कॉनकेव मिरर की बात करें तो देखिए इसका मिड पॉइंट क्या हो गया, ये हो गया, दिस इज द फोकस। और इसका मिड पॉइंट, सी और पी का मिड पॉइंट क्या हो गया, ये हो गया। तो हम ये कह सकते हैं कि अगर ये कैपिटल आर मीन्स रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर को अगर हम कैपिटल आर मान रहे हैं, यहां पे रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर को हम कैपिटल आर मान रहे हैं, तो हम ये कह सकते हैं कि जो फोकस है, फोकस से पोल के बीच की डिस्टेंस या फोकस से सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर के बीच की डिस्टेंस, ये r/2 होगा। मीन्स द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन पोल एंड फोकस and the distance between focus and the center of curvature is the focal length, and which is represented by this focal length is represented by, focus is represented by capital F. This is capital F. Okay, and now focal length is represented by small f, and we can say that small f means focal length is half of the radius of curvature. It is very clear. This is the focal length. Okay, so focal length is the distance between, अगर कोई focal length की definition पूछे what is the focal length, तो आप बताएंगे focal length, what is the focal length of curved mirror या concave mirror या convex mirror, कुछ भी पूछ सकते हैं, कैसे भी पूछ सकते हैं। तो आपका जवाब ये होना चाहिए, focal length is the distance between the pole and the focus। एक ये क्वेश्चन, एक ये आपका आंसर हो गया। दूसरा स्टूडेंट ये भी आंसर दे सकता है, focal length is the distance between focus and the center of curvature। बात एक ही है। तीसरा स्टूडेंट क्या आंसर दे सकता है, focal length is the half of the radius of curvature। तो focal length की डेफिनेशन के 3 आंसर हो सकते हैं। ठीक है, तो ये आपका इंट्रोडक्शन हो गया आज फॉर द रिफ्लेक्शन एंड द बेसिक थिंग्स रिलेटेड टू द लाइट। और लाइट में आप लोग क्लास 10th में पढ़ रहे हैं रिफ्लेक्शन और रिफ्रैक्शन। जब क्लास 12th में पहुंचेंगे, जो लोग साइंस साइड लेंगे, दे विल स्टडी अबाउट द इंटरफेरेंस, डिफ्रैक्शन एंड पोलराइजेशन ऑल्सो, विच इज रिलेटेड टू द वेव नेचर ऑफ लाइट। And the reflection and refraction are two phenomena which are explained by the particle theory of light as well as the wave theory of light. There are two theories of light. One is particle theory and other is wave theory. Okay. So we will discuss about the further topics in the next video. Thank you very much for watching this video.